Hey everyone, Scott here, and yeah, I know, SANspotter is my brand name, yet here I am kicking off yet another trip from LAX. This time, it's an 11-hour LATAM Airlines flight down to Santiago in economy class aboard a 7879. But fear not, there will be San Diego airport footage at the very end of this trip report series, and I promise to live up to the SANspotter name once again. The first order of business once past security, being denied entry into the KAL lounge. Yep, I was informed that Priority Pass members can't enter until 1 p.m., and you'd probably think that I'd know that by now. Thankfully, this is LAX, and there's tons of stuff to do while waiting. Plane watching is fun and all, but I chose to proactively burn calories in an effort to make room for all the new ones I'd be gorging myself with once in the lounge. Okay, so here's a handy little tip for all you Priority Pass members like me who want access to the amazing KAL lounge here at LAX. Get in line early because this is a very popular place. Want to know why this was the most awesome plate of rice I've ever eaten? Well, food is crazy expensive here in this terminal, and thanks to Priority Pass, I just saved myself $20. Oh man, again? Yep, just like last time I flew out of LAX, my departure to Santiago this afternoon is going to be from the dreaded bus gates. Which was weird because there was plenty of open gate space in the main terminal. However, I discovered something really neat as I was seeking out a dark corner to be all introverted in. Did you know that there's a huge upper level of this section with killer views to the outside? I didn't, and you're welcome. As I was upstairs being all nerdy and introverted, they began the boarding process a full 20 minutes early. Not a big deal if I wasn't trying to make a video, but I had to scurry down there quick if I had any hopes of avoiding footage of me being late for my flight. How embarrassing would that be? Okay, Scott, be cool. Try to get footage of the plane without it actually looking like you're trying to get footage of the plane, and definitely don't make eye contact with the ground staff. Just pretend to be an overexcited tourist on his first ever flight, and holy smokes. Have you any idea how difficult it is to get trip report footage without getting yelled at, or worse, ending up in jail? Well, I see mood lighting, and that's a pretty good sign of what's to come if you ask me. This looks fantastic actually. Business class seems to be a bit on the retro side of the spectrum, but overall I'm feeling pretty good vibes as she points me back to the bowels of economy class. An awkward moment with this flight attendant here, and I'll be on my way. Remember back in my Air Transat A330 video where the first words out of my mouth were "holy smokes" as I was describing the economy cabin? I want to say it now as well, but I already used it once in this video and I'm thinking twice would be overkill. I've been flying a lot of different economy class products lately, and I think these just may be the squishiest blankets and pillows I've ever fondled in steerage. Does anyone happen to know any good alternatives for holy smokes? What's this? SANspotter in a window seat on a long-haul flight? How the heck did that happen? Long story short, I booked an aisle seat for this flight, and all they had for me when I checked in was this window. So, to the person seated in 22D, that is why I was giving you the stink eye every time you turned around to see if there was a line for the lavatory. If anyone is curious, I generally love window seats, but not on flights over 7 hours. I hate the feeling of being trapped at the window, which no doubt stems from a near catastrophic situation on a flight once where I had to pee and I couldn't get out in time. Yikes. Well, here we go. As long as I stay occupied and refrain from drinking too much, there shouldn't be any awkward emergencies on the way down to Santiago tonight. But then I couldn't stop worrying about dying of dehydration, and suddenly I was facing a new conundrum. As far as I'm concerned, nothing can make me forget about peeing my pants or dying of hydration like a good menu can. And I've got to say, this one was pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the LATAM Airlines ravioli in all of its compact glory. Actually, the most interesting thing about this meal was the handy utensil holder built right into the tray. That was pretty cool. Question: would you rather die of thirst or pee your pants in a very public place? I went with the second option, figuring that it's highly likely that I'll never see these people again. One of the nice things about the 787 is that the toilet flushing system is totally worthy of getting footage of. Oh, and good news, this trip to the lavatory means that I will not be soiling myself tonight. Well, that's my hope anyway. With Santiago in sight on the in-flight map, breakfast is served. Oh, and my apologies for not doing an extremely thorough food review the way QFS Aviation does because, well, I'm hungry. FYI, having a window seat on this flight wasn't all that bad actually. The biggest disappointment was the fact that we would be landing in complete darkness and I wouldn't be able to see any of the epic scenery on the way into Santiago. Welcome to Santiago. Current time is 5:50 a.m. and I'm not feeling all that wrecked actually. I do have to use the bathroom again though. Anyway, I quite enjoyed this flight, and my only real complaint about it was the small food portions. So my advice is to bring snacks if you've got a big appetite. Want to know who the hippest people in the world are? My patrons, of course. I consider them all to be part of the SANspotter crew, and it means the world to me to have their support. Thanks for watching, I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I hope you'll be back for the next one. See you then.